Some days I won't feel like doing anything. Some days I'll just feel like when I get up out of bed, I always try to make my bed. Because I saw a video back in the day. It said if you make your bed, it's the first task you finish. It was that general or someone, I forgot who it was. But anyway, I always make my bed. After that, I go wash my face, brush my teeth, do my regular schedule, my routine. From there, I see how I feel. A lot of times, I feel tired, I feel lazy, I feel like I want to do nothing. I just want to sit back, watch TV, play video games or something. But think in the back of my mind, if I do this, I know I'm going to regret it later. And I'm like, I was like, I don't want to do it, but I have to do this. So I'll get up. Even if I don't go to the gym, just get up, do push-ups, just a bunch of push-ups. I'll try to hit like anywhere from like 300 to 500, not in one sitting, obviously, but within that day. And I kind of go from there. So whenever you're not motivated, just try to do some push-ups, see how that feels.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. I know recently I've been flipping through the TikToks, and some motivational quote would come up. Recently it's been kind of funny. I've gotten this one that comes up every morning, and it's like swearing at me, but it's very motivational.
I like it.
Like it drops a lot of the F-bombs in there, but it's pretty interesting. I've seen a lot of other motivational quotes lately. It goes back to a lot of the Rocky stuff. No matter how hard you hit, life's gonna hit you harder. You got to get back up. You got to get back in that ring. Those types of things from Rockies. Those are some of the quotes and stuff. And I mean, how would you, at the same point, we were just watching some of these guys sparring here. And I've caught myself saying some of those motivational quotes to these guys when they're all tired and beat up and just all sweaty.
We give them the Rocky quotes.
Well, yeah.
Be like,
don't let them bully you, son.
What's even better is it's always during the time you play the Rocky music while we're fighting.
I always put "I Am the Tiger" radio shout out. I am the tiger. I am the tiger.
Yeah, there we go.
Survivor. Let's go.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Classic.
It gets everybody motivated. So that's another way to get motivated.
Exactly.
Play some Rocky music.
Yeah,
or some whatever 80s rock or something. It kind of works.
So definitely, even in our normal classes with Nikito Kai, we constantly want to do some motivating, right? It's fun to get everyone motivated, tell them a good quote, when they're all looking down and deep, just what are we doing here? All sweaty.
Yep.
We just got to keep motivating, right?
That's
as coaches, that's what we got to do.
That's the hard part sometimes, is trying to motivate people when they're not motivated. But you just have to, you kind of have to read the body language. You have to understand that every person's a little different. So the way to motivate one person might be not the same way to motivate the next. So you just have to figure people out. And sometimes it might take you 5 minutes. Sometimes it might take you 5 weeks. So everyone's a little bit different. But once you can help people stay motivated, that's definitely a big indicator in them staying even longer. Because a lot of people, unfortunately, they're not disciplined like they should be. Or they could be, because you could definitely do it for sure. It's just the motivation. They let the motivation determine whether they're going to make it happen or not, rather than the discipline.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So not only on trying to stay motivated all the time, you got to stay dedicated, right?
Dedicated.
Yep.
We got to put that time in. Dedicated to me is just putting in that time. You got to take that time out of your day every day to make sure you're putting it on that mat. What keeps me dedicated is the kids. Now it's the kids. Both of them have just been coming such a long way. Watching them grow. That's my personal growth. As well as being an instructor, I really take pride in all our kids. The juniors, especially. I really like watching those juniors grow, come into their own, start to find their path in life.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, especially when kids come in and they're bullied, or some of them they're just coming from trauma, and then that's their escape. It's like, hey, now you get to practice martial arts. You get to learn how to defend yourself. You get to feel good because you're going to work out. You feel stronger. You feel more confident. You're like, yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And that's what I love to see from them. When they come in there, and if they're like depressed or anxious, after that workout, they're feeling great and they're leaving with a smile. And I'm like, have a great day.
Exactly. That's what's going to keep them coming back, right? That's what's going to get dedicated to this.
Yeah, and then you, Erskine, how about you? What keeps you dedicated?
The feeling, I would say, the feeling that it gives me, and it's something too I get to do with my dad. I get to spend time with my dad. Maybe some people can relate to this, but when you have your father who's been with you your whole life, it's funny how your relationship dynamic changes.
Yeah.
It changes from when you're a child, he's the authority figure. He's the guy who tells you exactly what you need to do and you're going to do it. And then as I got older, as I became a teenager, it started to shift. He's still telling me what I need to do, but at the same time, we're starting to become friends. Now we're like best friends. Now he still is a father to me, but he sees me as my own man, and he's like, whatever decisions you want to make, stuff like that. And at the same time, we're like we send like 100 reels to each other like every day.
That's good.
And yeah, it just keeps me motivated just to go there for my dad, because I know that he has things he's battling with as far as his health. So to see me go with him, which he's always wanted me to go until I got the opportunity to go, that's what keeps me dedicated. But isn't that funny though? Most of the time, for us to stay dedicated to something or motivate us to do something, it always involves another person.
A lot of times, yeah. But I love that. You and your dad, I love having you guys in class working together. Love when your dad leaves, just sweating. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's Erskine Jr., let's go.
Man,
Yep, exactly.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But on top of which, to really bring it in, you mentioned it earlier, discipline.
Discipline.
Discipline. That's another big thing to keep us going, right? You got to
Right.
be disciplined to keep going.
Right.
I've heard a few quotes on that one. One of my favorite ones so far, and I had to write it down just to remember it. It's actually from Mike Tyson. That discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing like you love it.
And there's a lot of things that we know we don't enjoy doing, but it has to get done. Like somebody has to do it. And that discipline part, it's so hard. I remember hearing a quote. It wasn't necessarily a quote, but it was a speaker who does like self-improvement. I used to listen to, I still do, but I used to listen to a lot of self-improvement like books and tapes and stuff like growing up. I was just introduced to that sort of thing. And he talked about, he said, don't count on other people to come and motivate you. You're going to be waiting a long time. I'm just kind of paraphrasing. He said motivation only lasts for like a week. Some people even like a day or 2 days, 3 days. That's how long motivation lasts. He said, but self-discipline is how you reach those goals.
Exactly.
Self-discipline. You have to stay locked.
You have to stay in it all the time.
Yes, it's like building a mental callus, when you go to the gym, you keep working out, you keep staying consistent, you stay disciplined. Over time, your body changes. Over time, you look great. Same thing with, learning martial arts or, just practicing on building your character. It takes discipline. You have to do a set of things, whether you want to do it or not. But if you want to achieve that goal, you have to consistently show up, keep going. Keep going through it, and no matter what, no matter how you feel, just like they say, no matter how you feel, you can't give up. You can't quit. We all feel a certain type of way. Sometimes I feel like I want to just explode. Sometimes I feel like I'm just lazy. I just want to sit down and do nothing.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel happy and I feel like I just want to have fun. I don't even want to work today. But guess what? I still got to go do the work. You know why? Because if I don't do the work, like you guys said, nobody else will. And even if they do, I'm not achieving anything by not doing it.
Exactly.
So do
Facts.
the work and you will get the results. You get the results.
Keep coming.
You get the success. Success can be anything you're working on as long as you're working on achieving that goal. Even if you haven't achieved that goal yet, as long as you're working on it, that's success right there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Keep
getting
going.
to the next step. Just keep going.
Keep going every day. Show up every day.
Every day.
Mat time is always crucial. Always crucial.
Mat time, window time. That's another thing. What I like, window time. So as far as staying disciplined, that's one thing. But another thing I like about the junior co-highs, to go back to that, is not just the junior co-highs, but the little ninjas at 2KnuckleSports, is the mat chat and the window time. The window time is what we like to call parent and kids time on the way back home from the dojo.
Love that.
Exactly.
Yeah, window time. You're that 15-minute, 30-minute drive, 10-minute drive, whatever it is. Talk about everything. Talk about school. Talk about how the dojo was. Talk about what you learned and see what you could help with, or maybe what advice you could give. Just kind of go from there. It really helps out getting to know each other, and you never know. You might find out things that you never knew you would find out just from that window time.
Exactly. It's just like watching those videos we were just watching.
Yep.
You know, take that time to restudy. You know, rethink. Has there ever been a time that you've just been going, and just like nothing's changing? Then you have to take a step back, think about it, you know, but staying disciplined, that'll get you going.
And I think that speaks volume to 2KnuckleSports and Nikita Kai, because I was sitting and having a meeting, a conversation with Hanshi, and we got on the topic about Nikita Kai, because we know that Nikita Kai is the discipline of 5 disciplines and even more, right?
Exactly.
And within those disciplines are their own philosophies, you know. And the idea of martial arts in general is to keep us balanced, keep us centered, yin and yang, basically. And I got on the topic of, you know, when MMA, mixed martial arts, was introduced, because it's a mixture of everything. It took the martial art, but it didn't take the philosophy with it. So as a result, we get meatheads. I call them MMA meatheads,
Yes.
right? And you know, you see, I remember, I think it was the Ultimate Fighter. It was one of like the last few episodes. I can't remember which season it was, but they had one guy, who had made it to the semifinals or the quarterfinals, and he had got drunk and went to this casino in Vegas, and he was just drunk out of his mind, and he was yelling at people and stuff, and he was yelling at security, "I'm a UFC fighter," and blah blah blah. And he's like, and you know how Dana's he's like, "Are you stupid?" He's like, "You're not even a UFC fighter yet." And he's like, people already, when they see us, and keep in mind, this was back in like 2006, 2007. He's like, people already think we're meatheads, you know, because of this. And to bring it back to 2KnuckleSports, Nikita Kai has its philosophy with those mixed martial arts, the bonsai tree, as you see here.
Yes.
Everyone has their bonsai tree, like what we were saying. Everyone are taught the disciplines, the martial arts, but everyone has their own style within it.
Exactly.
And everyone has a different path. So for discipline, that makes me stay even more disciplined, because it's almost like I'm growing my tree. And everybody know trees grow long. They take a long time to grow, but when you see them, they're this huge blossom of something beautiful. So I think
that lasts a lifetime.
A lifetime. So having that discipline attached to the mixed martial arts, for me, it helps me stay grounded. And I believe that's why a lot of people love coming to 2KnuckleSports, is because of that philosophy of Nikita Kai, not just learning the martial arts itself.
Exactly. You know, that really sums up this other quote I heard by, I think, that one doctor, Peterson.
Peterson?
The one guy, I know who you're talking about.
right.
Yeah, I see him on TikTok all
Jordan
the time.
Peterson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peterson?
Yeah, the quote he had said, I had to write it down again. Once disciplined, you're like a well-sharpened sword. So again, it's something that takes a lifetime to achieve.
Right.
You know, so staying disciplined, constantly coming, putting your time in, all of that. Whatever has to motivate you to stay dedicated to make your discipline, right?
Exactly.
That's what's going to keep you coming into 2KnuckleSports. Change your ways.
Yeah. What would you say is the coolest thing you guys have learned so far from 2KnuckleSports?
Go ahead.
Ooh, me. Well, being someone who's think about 7 months in, I would say the biggest thing is understand the basics. Understand the basics. You know, it's and also technique, and that goes both ways. And the first memory that comes to mind was my first time in instructor class. You know, and we were doing we were doing all sorts of kicks. We were doing, I think it was like the side kick. I still have to get the names down, but we were doing a whole bunch of kicks. And then Hanshi was like, okay, he was talking to Coach Adam at the time. Now he's Senpai Adam. He's talking to Coach Adam. He's like, I want you to slow him down, and I want you to. I can't remember the exact words, but he said, I want you to get the technique down. I don't want power. I just want technique. So as I started doing it correctly, he's like, okay, speed it up. Okay. And then after that, Hanshi was like, I was doing it good. He's like, okay, that's good, but I need you to do it all in one motion. Because what I was doing was putting it up to kick and then putting the power into it. He's like, no, I want you to do it all in one motion.
Right.
So when I did it all in one motion, he's like, there you go. And he's like, and then he pointed at Senpai Adam, and he was like, see, now when he throws, he's gonna always throw at the same speed, no matter what he's throwing. And I was like, whoa, that was so cool. That was like a grasshopper Kung Fu Panda moment. That was awesome.
I love it. I have a lot of those. What's yours?
My the coolest thing I think about 2KnuckleSports for me personally. Well, I'm a people person, so I just love interacting with everybody. I like the whole family aspect of it. Just the fact that we all know each other and we all hang out even outside of the dojo too. We're not just there and hey, see you later. We actually we'll go eat. Maybe we'll meet up here, do a podcast. We'll go to the fights. They're just so. That's my favorite part. But other than that, when it comes to the actual MMA, I'll probably go with. I'd say. I'd have to do. I like sparring, man. Sparring is fun. I mean, it's hard. It's not fun because you get beat up sometimes and it hurts a lot.
Yep.
But it's fun because you're just. I mean, that's. Hey, man, that's the real deal right there. It doesn't get any more real than that besides the actual fight. But sometimes a sparring session, and I don't recommend sparring for everyone. This is only when you reach up to a certain belt after you've been there for a few months and you have Hanshi's proof.
Agreed.
And all the fight team coaches proof. And other than that, I'd say sparring because it's the real deal. Sometimes it's like a real fight, depending on who you go against and what you're training for. So if you're training for a fight, you might go hard like a fight. If you're just training a flow spar, then you're just gonna move around like regular.
Exactly.
Just work your reflexes, all that good stuff.
Figure yourself out.
Yeah, but that for sure for me. And I like doing it because I think I'm getting better at it little by little. I still get punched in the face often. Like my nose was bleeding last week, but I feel good. Okay, I feel good. I know I'm getting better, and that's all coming. It's making me more confident. It's making me better fighter, better teacher, overall better martial artist because I'm not an actual fighter. I'm a martial artist more than anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, how about you, man? Senpai Tim?
Oh, I've had too many. I think, and because of that, I'd have to say that having that many has been the coolest thing. Like, not realizing going into this, excuse me, not going into this before that, so coming in, we first only just wanted to do some fitness for the family.
Yes.
Not realizing that out of that, how much my mind would change.
Right.
How much my family would grow. It's just that part was one of the coolest things I've learned. Now, if I was to take my own self journey through each belt level, I think each lesson I learned in each different belt level has been one of the coolest things. Being able to look back and see which new lesson I learned in each belt level of unlocking myself.
Yeah.
That's deep.
That's pretty deep.
That's deep. You know what's funny is once I got the green belt and the white belt was put around me and I see the stripes and everything, and then I went home and I put one, it almost made me tear up, like almost because it's like I don't want to get rid of this belt. I spent so much time with it. Like it almost feels like you're attached.
You build a relationship with the belt.
Exactly.
It's like when I was leaving my blue belt, I was like, no.
Bye.
I know I still see you every day, but
Right.
I don't get.
But that's a testament to how much we love it. I mean, it's a huge part of our lives,
It's funny.
Yeah.
So same thing with the belts. Yes. I look down at the belt before I'm done with it, and it is dirty. It is dirty. Then you get that nice new crisp one. And at the same point, I look at it and I go, I got to break this one in too.
Yep. I just know it's eventually going to get dirty. It's like when you get a new pair of shoes, you're like, oh, look how clean they are. They're so beautiful. They look so nice. And then, eventually they're going to crease up, get dirty. You're like, oh, it's just a part of the process.
Exactly.
Yep,
Let's go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the belt is worth way more because you progress to a new belt. And from there, you learn more. Just like you said, I feel like it builds your character each belt you go up.
Exactly.
And not in like a arrogant type of way, more of a
even
humbling
self-help.
type of way. Yeah. Like
Self-worth.
self-worth. Yeah, I feel good. I feel like I don't feel insecure anywhere. I feel like I can go around the world. I'll be fine. I can protect myself. I can protect others. And even if I was to lose a fight, hey, I'm not scared to fight. And even if I am, I'll still do it. So that's like how I look at it. Not that I'm going to fight, but the fact that this martial arts has gave me the confidence to go like anywhere, no matter what it is, any crowd, any place. Before I'd be anxious about, I don't know, I feel like if I go there, this might happen. I might fight this person. I might do this and that. But that was because, I didn't understand the art of martial arts. But now I know there's so many different ways and so many things you could do, even to diffuse situations where you don't even have to start a fight. So
Right.
that's so cool, man. I forgot to say that. That was one of the other cool things about 2KnuckleSports.
See, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint just one.
Yeah, so it just came to me. I just had to. Yeah.
You know what, though, Senpai Ninos, is the reason you turned out the way you was because of a good teacher,
Yes.
because of a good instructor, because of a good coach. And I believe because 2KnuckleSports is filled with such great instructors, a lot of kids who are quote unquote bad apples, or maybe adults that are bad apples or things like that, when they come in and they see the discipline, they see the art, it helps change this here. And it's funny because my dad sent me a video the other day. It'll probably get put in the video, but this girl was at this it looked like a combat karate, looked like a point thing. You guys seen those
point
before?
sparring?
Yeah, it looked like, it wasn't point spar. It was like, it might have been full combat. I can't remember.
Okay.
But this girl had she got beat up pretty good. And after it was over, she started freaking out. She's like all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, that's not right. And my dad's like, I couldn't see how someone act like this. But the first thing that comes to my mind is I blame the teachers. I blame the people who's teaching this person. Because if they were at a dojo who was teaching the disciplines of karate or karate,
Yes.
and the philosophy behind karate, she wouldn't behave like that.
Correct.
She would have someone who would nip that in the bud. Exactly. A good teacher is not going to notice that behavior and let it slide.
Exactly.
So because we have that at 2KnuckleSports, because we have instructors who won't let those things slide, we'll call out, those things are bad behavior and help work with the person to recenter their focus, number one, and help, bless you, and help to bless you again, times two. Don't do it again. No, I'm just playing. But recenter the focus and but develop a new thought pattern of the correct way how to think. It's that plays a huge role.
Exactly.
Having a teacher who knows what they're doing.
Again, that's
huge
shaping
role.
the bonsai. Right?
Exactly.
That's exactly it. Or just pruning off the bad stuff so the good stuff can prosper.
Definitely got to thank all of the instructors.
For sure.
Hachi, Shihan, Sensei Marty, everybody that's been there, still there. We love you guys, and we appreciate you.
Each and every single one.
Everyone.
At the same point, I got to shout out to all the other ones, too. All the senpais there. We got Senpai Brian, Senpai Andrea, Senpai Cheyenne, Senpai Malachi, Senpai Chloe, Senpai Kalia.
Everybody.
Everyone helps everyone out. Senpai Adam, we've already talked to that. Look, Senpai Adam helped you out, right?
Exactly.
So, and at the same point, like we've talked about before with the iron sharpens iron,
Yes.
working with all of them, we all have gotten better.
Yep.
Definitely.
Shout out Coach Gary.
definitely
he's
Coach
he's helped
Gary.
me.
I was
He's
trying
helped
to
me a
think, I
lot.
was like, who else am I
Yes,
forgetting to?
he's helped me a lot.
He's been coming along. I finally got someone my size.
Hey, there we go. That's a good part right there. Yes. But overall, discipline, motivation, all that, I mean, it all goes together. But discipline overall is the most important one. You could take away motivation, you could take away my dedication, but if I have my discipline, that's all I need.
That's all you need.
Exactly.
So that's my main tool right there. Discipline's like my water. I can't go 3 days without it.
I love water.
Yeah. if I go without my discipline, I'm dying. I'm dying inside. I need it.
But you know what's cool is as martial artists, you know, it helps you to really see the fighting side too. You know, when we look at these professional fighters, you get like UFC fighters, and you see this dude in the comments, oh, how do you not avoid that? It's like, bro, I can tell you don't train because a lot of things that you see here, it looks easy, but it's totally not. It's totally different. And why are they so tired? It's the last round and they're throwing like this. And I'm like, dude, hop in the ring.
Yep.
2-minute round, even just 2 rounds.
I know.
I was
guys,
like, after the first round, like,
Right?
yeah.
Senpai needs to look over. Erskine, you good?
I'm telling you.
Just
Dying.
at your testing. Just at your testing, you know?
Yeah.
Do what? 3 rounds on the bag? In full gi? The bag's not hitting you back.
It's not.
But man, you got to be right on that one, right? So that had to put a strain on you right there.
Oh, yeah. And you know what's funny is that I got so used to it doing it in the morning that when I started getting on the bag, you know, it just felt second nature. And that's what happens. You do a lot of this, it'll feel second nature to you. Like it becomes to a point where it's a part of you. It's not something you're trying to do. It's something that's a part of you. Makes it easier.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely does for sure. And I was gonna say, I know guys they'll be on the bag, right? They'll be looking crazy, like, whoa, like this guy's good. Oh my god, look how he hits it. What? Oh, what? But then when he gets in sparring, he's like, you know, because you know, obviously you can look great on a bag, but the bag is,
It don't hit back.
It don't hit back.
It really does make a difference when you get hit back.
Yep.
So that's why you gotta sometimes. Got to test yourself. You have to, and if you don't want to spar, don't spar. You can do drills to help out too. I know some people, they think like, oh, man, you don't want to mess with me. Look at this, look at this, look at this, blah, blah, blah. And then when they get in there, whole different story. But when
Even
it's
if
all
you
said and
do
done,
wanna spar, you got to run drills. So
Definitely.
that way you look good in your sparring. That way you can react in sparring.
yeah, muscle reflex, muscle reaction, all of that. You got to work your head movement. You have to work your defenses, your counters, your offense. It all goes together. Your footwork. So, yeah. But when it's all said and done, everybody, remember, only fight for self-defense.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or
Only for
if you're
self-defense.
or if you're going to do it someday to be maybe a UFC fighter or something, or, you know, go in that profession. But other than that, don't just go out there fighting people.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
Be good to people.
But that is why you need to drill.
Yes.
So that way when it does come down to it, it's second nature.
Exactly.
It highlights everything you need to work on too, because I know when I was hopping and sparring for the first times, and even now, like my footwork, because I played soccer, so me personally, I have a natural athleticism to me, so a lot of things come easier, and I'm able to execute a lot of things a lot easier than some people because I played sports growing up. I'm just an athletic person, and then like. I remember like I wanted to like just my footwork. I was walking a lot on my heels and I was getting caught. And I'm like, this is not the type of style I want to fight. I was like, I need to be more balanced. I need to be on my toes like Bob from Tekken. He's a big dude, but them kicks is crazy. So
I'm sorry, I gotta pause you. I love that theory too. I always try with the juniors bringing back something to video games or some kind of reference, because once they have that sticks, right? That's what stuck with you.
Tekken.
I love it.
Tekken,
Sorry.
yeah. I was
Continue.
like bouncing more like on my toes and stuff.
Shout out
I was
Tekken.
like, shout out Tekken. New game just came out. We're not sponsored, but it's good. But just like I was like, man, I want to move more elusive. I want to be like more loose. And of course, when you learn the basics, you know, keep your hands up and keep it like here. But once you understand those basics, that's when you can start experimenting. So as I started experimenting, I was like, okay, what's Earth style? What's the type of style that I want? And everybody says I have power, a lot of power in my kicks. Well, probably because I played soccer, so my legs and stuff are developed so I can kick. I was like, I want to be fast and quick with my kicks. Same thing with my hands. So as I started getting my kicks down, that's how they naturally started to come to me. And the more and more I got inspired, the more and more and highlighted on stuff I needed to work on, the more and more I highlighted, I was like, okay, I would look down. You're like, don't look down, don't turn your back. You're like, you look around the cage and there's nowhere to go. And then you get used to the pressure, because when this guy's pressuring you, he's backing you up. It's easy to like cover up and do like that. But I was challenging myself to, okay, I came to grips. Okay, I'm gonna get hit in the face.
Exactly.
It's gonna happen. So I'm not really scared. I just want to see how much I can avoid, but I know I'm gonna get hit. So I see him coming now. I was like, okay, let's keep my eyes on him. Don't look down and cover up. Use the gloves to cover up so you can't see. And as I started feeling confident, started changing my angles. I was like, okay, I got used to this. But you have to put yourself in the situation to be challenged, so you can see what you need to work on.
Exactly. And that's a great point, because that's one thing I got to tell you. For those of you who are watching and have been with the dojo for a while, you've seen Coach Erskine come in. Sometimes at night, mostly he's during the day, right? Mm-hmm. So you've seen him grow from just coming in here and there on the white belt level, right? You did your testing, and now look at you. You're actually putting it to use. Coming in, trying to do your flow sparring, understanding where things are coming from. See, it just takes the time and dedication to come in.
Yep.
So
that's all it is.
Yeah.
If you like more of this, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. It's free.
It's free.
You get email notifications that we're coming on. But yeah. So really, that's what it's all about. It's just keeping that discipline to come in and make sure you put in that time.
Gotta put in the time. Gotta put in the time.
You start growing off your bonsai plants. You know, your
exactly.
Bonsai branches there.
And then you Mr. Miyagi. Like, snip, snip.
You gotta fix this little, trim that.
Yep, trim that.
Hey, that's how. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
You can sharpen up your skills. You can sharpen up yourself, your mindset. It's all on you.
Appreciate you guys for sitting and watching this episode with us.
Thank you for you coming in with us today.
Oh,
Coach.
I'm more than happy to. You know, got the word from Hanshi. He's like, I need you to be in it. So I was like, okay. Usually I'm behind the desk or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, not observing, but on the soundboard or behind the camera or something.
Exactly.
So it's nice, you know, to be able to express from the philosophy disciplines that we're speaking about, but also in the gym too, on 2KnuckleSports, and why I personally love coming there, and why it's been a blessing to my life. It's like the best thing that's happened to me since Jesus. So
That's definitely one of the reasons why I
So,
wanted to have you
yeah.
on. You know, you're a testament to our story of always having the motivation, the dedication, and the discipline to come in and keep working on this craft.
Yep.
You know, I heard it from Big Bang Mike on TikTok. He goes, you know, of course martial arts is nerd stuff. Because only a nerd would take the time to learn the perfect kick. And that's exactly what we are. You know, we're all a bunch of nerds in a way to find out how to help ourselves, right?
Nerds with self-defense.
Yep, that's it. That's all we need.
Other than that, I guess that wraps this up. You guys.
Thank you guys for watching, as always.
My name is Senpai Ninos.
Senpai Tim.
And Coach Erskine. Oh,
Mine.
snap. I forget it. I'm going to be disowned.
Oh, come on.
Let's go.
Alright, so it's
Mind,
power,
Mantu, Seeking,
Mind
mind over power.
Us. Well, y'all didn't teach me that one. Hold on. That's cheating.
Alright, we got you. Don't worry. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
Take care.